Hello, friends. 762 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. In southern war zone on Kherson front, shooting battle continues between the two army in Krinky Bridgehead, nothing towards Antonovsky Bridge. On Zaporizhia front towards Rabatino, no changes, fight continues in the center and also towards Verbo, northwest of it, where the Russian offensive operations is continuing and made some minor gains. Rimivki salient towards Staromayorsky, Russian army made some small gains towards the western side, that is Novomikhailsky, where it holds almost 70% of the establishment. In north, on Kupian Swato front, offensive operation from both the sides continuing in Sinkovka, where Ukrainians counter-attack made some gains in northern part of Sinkovka. Towards Ivanovka, Tabaivka, no changes. Liman Krimina direction, Russians' offensive operation continuing towards Yampolovka and Terny, where it made some small gains. Ukrainian counter-offensive in the area of Krugaya Beam and Yar Laptovka, Serebrian continuing, though no gains. Towards Belgorod and Sumy, Ukrainian offensive operation has finally ceased and no activities reported from either sides. Coming to east in Soledar-Siversk region, Russian army carried out attacks towards Razdolovka Vasily line and also south of Belgorovka. No major changes. Bakhmut on southern flank, Russians made some small gains towards north of Klishivka on heights. Towards west, Russian army is advancing continuously towards Chasioyar and also carrying out offensive operations on the western outskirts of Ivanovsky, that is Krasnoye. They also carrying out offensive operations towards Stupochki, Golyubovsky direction. In northern flank towards Bagdonovka, fight continues, no changes. Marinka front, Russian army advanced north of Novomykhailovka in Plantation and heading towards the town, also inside the town itself. Towards north, Krasnohorivka, no changes despite heavy attacks by the Russians, and similar situation in the west, that is towards Georgievka and Pobeda side, which is now under Russian army control. Avdiivka front, west of it, heavy battle continuing on the line of Bodichi, Orlovka and Tonenko, where the Russians have the initiative and advancing on almost all the fronts. In Bodichi, it is advancing towards the northern side, while in Orlovka, Russian army is entering Semyonov now and advancing west of it. Towards Tonenko, Russian army has advanced towards west and southwest and expanded its control zone and also advancing towards Pervomaisky. Russians made some gains towards Pervomaisky in the center of it, while in Nevelsky, Russian offensive operation continuing, no change. No changes in north of Avdiivka, that is towards Novokalinovo, Okeretino and Novobakhmutivka. Huge interdiction missions continuing from the Russian sides without any break, and similar is situation from the Ukrainian side. War of attrition is pretty high. Palestine Israel Middle East, United Nations Security Council adopted first time a resolution for an immediate ceasefire, which has been welcomed by Hamas and most of the global powers and countries, though not welcomed by Israel. During voting, USA abstained. However, rest 14 countries voted for the resolution. After 170 days of war, the situation in North Gaza IDF operation continues, While similar situation in southern Gaza, nothing special to report from the east. West Bank situation is same, and northern Gaza adjacent to Lebanon with Hezbollah situation remains same. Houthis continue shelling various ships in the Middle East and Gulf of Aden. The counting of votes has been completed in Senegal, and the opposition leader has won, who is anti-imperialism and would definitely ask French army to quit his country. And this is another kick to French and other imperialist powers after what they saw in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Terror attack in Crocus City Hall, Moscow, has caused almost 144 deaths, and so far the investigation has not been completed. Nonetheless, whoever did it is not important, but who were behind this is very, very important. General election has been announced in Myanmar, but they have said that it won't be possible to hold the entire country because the army of Myanmar does not control full of its country. Seoul Bus Drivers Union in South Korea have called for general strike for hike in pay and end the discrimination. Well, that's all. Thank you, friends.